my name is Jen. I am the Unorthodox Healer. I'm based in Scotland in the UK. This has been recorded just towards the last weekend in April, the 25th. There is a super new moon coming up on the 27th. Again, another time to start putting in place the things that you want in your life. Get rid of the things that you don't want in your life. This is a love reading for Scorpio. Wherever you have that in your chart, you could also just stumbled upon me. You might be a cross-watcher. We are going to do a singles reading, a reading for those of you who are in a no contact or separated situation, and also those of you who are already in a relationship. Now you can pick as to whether you consider if you're dating someone to kind of you still be single, or whether you're in a relationship. I don't dictate, you can decide for yourself. I've done a couple of love readings recently, and the same cards popped out really throughout the three readings for the same star sign. So it might be that you just want to grab a coffee and watch them all. I will put timestamps in as well, so that if you want to jump to one in particular, then you can. So I only do gentle tarot. I'm never going to tell you anything bad, anything salacious. This is just some guidance, a bit of hand-holding. Relationships are pretty stressful at the best of times, aren't they? So I'm not going to tell you anything horrible. Everything's supportive. So, Scorpio, let's do a reading for singles. I only take cards that jump out at me, and I tend not to read reversals. And they kind of fell out rather than jumped out. So Scorpio, cards for single Scorpio, please. Cards for single Scorpio. This is also timeless. So if you are finding this at another time on your feed in YouTube, then it means that there might be something here for you. I'm just going to shuffle these one more time. See what else we get. So, Scorpio singles, let's see what we have. So the underlying energy that we have is the Justice card. And we have the Three of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the Fool. I'm just going to move these down a little bit to try and put them in. Six of Wands. And the Nine of Pentacles. So, the Justice card. This is another major arcana as well as the Fool card. The Justice card is you receiving justice. This isn't about you wanting justice over a situation that you've been in, which is potentially why you're single at the moment. This is about you getting the justice that you deserve, which is, looking at the cards, as though it is going to reward you for the work that you've done. And the fact that, although there might be, just looking at cards, although there might be a bit of stubbornness here, that you're finding it, or you have found it difficult to move away from a situation which is allowing you to be available enough to be able to go dating again or find this person in your life. It shows to me that you are absolutely working through the reasons why you may have been putting out to the universe that you're actually not as available as your conscious mind thinks that you actually are. Now, from an energetic point of view, and forgive me if you already know this, Scorpio, but we are what we think, and we are what we put out to the universe. What we put out and what we say and what we think and what we believe in ourselves. What we put out there in words and images and deeds is what we attract back. I almost want to say, Scorpion, through no fault of your own, because we all do this. This is one of the things that makes us human, and infallible, fallible, rather than infallible, because we're all fallible. Is I feel as though you haven't been putting out to the universe as to the fact that you are actually ready to be dating again, to find that significant other in your life. Now, it might be that you have been, the Three of Cups shows that you're meeting friends and you're having a lovely time with your friends. But the Four of Pentacles is showing that you're holding something back, or something is holding you back. Now, Pentacles can be about health, emotional well-being, or physical or literal well-being, monetary well-being. I get the feeling here that a lot of the time that you have spent with your friends or family, this is just people that you enjoy the company of, that you have spent a lot of time with them talking about your exes, talking about how, all men or all women are, you can't find somebody that you want to spend the rest of your life with, or they've got too much trauma, or that just everyone's too caught up in their own lives. And because you're doing that, I almost feel, Scorpio, as though you are actually sort of stalling your ability to find a partner. Because you're putting out this negativity, and the universe feel like you're living in the past, and that you're not actually telling the universe that you're available, that you want somebody new in your life. And until you start doing that, I feel as though the universe are going to continue to not bring this person forwards. Now, the Justice card is here, so it does show that you are going to get what you deserve and your just rewards. But you need to stop doing this either negative self-talk or negative talk about whatever gender it is that floats your boat. Now, once you stop doing that, Scorpio, the Fool card is here, and that shows that there will be this clean slate. That once you stop going on about your ex or exes, or how men or women are, troubled, can't find a decent one, etc., etc., that the slate will be wiped clean, and there will be this new start available to you. You need to go into this with open arms and open eyes. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but tell the universe out loud as to what it is that you want. If you're, I'm heterosexual, so if I'm after a man, I would be telling the universe or writing it down and journaling, saying, men are beautiful, kind, thoughtful, generous, loyal, trusting. And even if you don't believe it, because you're saying it out to the universe is going, oh, right, okay, yeah, so that's what we're going to give Jen back. I know it sounds ridiculous, but this is proven that this does work. If you sit there and you say, if I was saying, men are all a bunch of untrustworthy liars, cheats, don't know how to look after a woman, etc., etc., that's the kind of person that I attract back, because I'm putting that negative energy out into the world, and that's what you get back. You are a mirror. Now, this Fool card shows that when you stop doing this you know, this dissing of yourself or previous partners, that the Six of Wands shows that good things are coming to you. The Six of Wands is the end of a journey, end of a battle. And it is about, I think that also that your friends are going to, you know, just see you generally as happier. You're going to have this more sort of carefree, laissez-faire kind of attitude towards life. And somebody is going to come. Somebody who potentially you already know. This isn't in a romantic sense. Sixes are sometimes about going back and reminiscing. So this might be somebody that you have known already or previously that you've lost touch with, not somebody that you've dated though or had romantic connections with. Now the Nine of Pentacles is showing that this person will see you as this really beautiful, generous, I want to say inventive. I think that they're going to see you as hardworking and a real catch. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody who's very well respected. They've done well for themselves. Now, whether this doesn't mean that you've got £1 million in the bank in a big fancy house. This means that the values that you have will be really appreciated by this Six of Wands character. And also that they will have the values that you want in a person as well. That there will be this reciprocal relationship, this reciprocal feelings, you know, you both have the same values. And I think that they might be quite an adventurous, innocent person as well. You have to stop the negative self-talk though, because otherwise you are just going to get trapped in this cycle of going out with your friends and continuously going on about how men, women are, you know, just you just can't find, or you think that you'll never find the right person for you. You have to turn that round, because there's a really, the last three cards are really beautiful, and the Justice card is as well. But until you stop the negativity stuff, you have to stop that before this good stuff and this person will come in for you. Scorpio, I hope that's been useful for any of you singles out there. Now we shall do another reading, which will be for those of you who are in a no contact situation or have recently split up. Again, you can decide as to whether this is relevant for you if you've been in a long-term relationship and you've just split up, or, you know, you've just been having a couple of dates and whoever it is that you've been seeing is choosing to ignore you. Now, I should say, regardless of what the cards are going to come out with, if somebody is ghosting you, which means that they are not getting in touch with you, they're not replying to you, is that the sort of person that you really want to be having a relationship with anyway? If they do not realise your self-worth and the amazing person that you are, and if you're here, then the chances are that you are a giver, you have been the giver in the relationship. Is there maybe just somebody better out there who is going to reciprocate and give you the love and the attention and the support back that you've been giving them? It's just kind of a, I'm not sure that's even something intuitive. That's just me saying you need to look after yourself, Scorpio, and you always come first. And if somebody from the off is not giving you what you deserve, and you're being fair and you're not being overly what's the word? You know, you're not asking too much, you're not being paranoid, you're not being overly demanding. You know, is this person right for you anyway? Maybe go and look at the singles read, and, you know, there's somebody coming in for singles. Maybe that's what you should be looking at instead. But that's just a bit of advice from me, from an old person who's been in a few relationships and hopefully will, you know, been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, so to speak. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, Scorpio. The Tower card, interesting, love a good Tower card. The Queen of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups. The Page of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Interesting that you've got two queens. What do you have? So you have the Page of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords as well. Oh, Scorpio. So, Queen of Swords, underlying energy. You should be able to see the truth in what has been going on in this relationship. You perhaps have had some time to think about things, and you should be able to see things more clearly after however long this time has been. Sometimes I'm a Gemini. Geminis are very good at sniffing out when something's wrong from the beginning and changing very quickly. You know, almost sort of, you know, being able to fall out of love within a couple of days. That's our mindset. Scorpio, you probably are not like that. If you're on here looking at why there is this no contact and what's going to happen, or recently separated, the chances are that you do want to get back together with this person. But you have to see things for what they really are. The truth, as I was just saying earlier on about the ghosting thing. If you're being ignored and somebody doesn't want to work it out, or they've just disappeared off the face of the earth, why are they doing that? And do you want to be with this person who is doing this to you? Now, the cards that we have are the Eight of Pentacles with the Page of Cups, the Tower with the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups, and the Nine of Cups to end. The Ace of Pentacles is about you putting work into this situation, this relationship. And you had potentially been doing it with somebody who was either younger than you or more emotionally immature, I would say. And you just feel as though you're maybe not too sure what went wrong. Now, the Page of Cups, I get that maybe this person might be a bit of a dreamer. Not only does the Nine of Cups sometimes come across as somebody who's a little bit untrustworthy. The Page of Cups in this instance, I want to say that they're somebody who maybe is hard to pin down, somebody who has a vivid imagination. You know, he stood here on this beach and he's just got this massive cup and he's got an enormous goldfish about to, you know, he's having a chat with it. So this person might just be somebody who is impossible to pin down in a relationship. And I also want to say that potentially they've got a bit of a Peter Pan sort of feeling about them, you know, that immature, naive, you know, is exciting, but is also useless. Useless at messaging, useless at, you know, if they've come round and said that they make you dinner, you know, they use every pan and utensil in your kitchen and leave it in a complete mess. Food's great, but you spend 2 days clearing up after them. So you have put lots of work in, but I just feel as though this person is not... I don't think they're good enough for you. I apologise if you can hear Meg, my bulldog, snoring in the background. I hope it's not detracting from anything. Now, the next two cards we have are the Tower and the Ace of Swords. The Tower, if you haven't seen the signs that this person isn't for you, the Tower has made the decision for you. If you haven't gone, hold on, is this person really the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with? Or perhaps only now, because we've got the Queen of Swords over here, this is somebody who sees truth, sees things for what they are, if you haven't seen that, the Tower has seen it for you and has gone, they're not right for you, Scorpio. You could do so much better. And the Ace of Swords backs that up. Towers are the universe creating sudden situations. You know, these people, there's been a bolt of lightning. It's opened the top of the tower, and these two people have basically been thrown out of it. Now, the good thing is that the Ace of Swords is here as well. This is about a new opportunity coming in for you. And this Tower moment had to happen for you to be able to see this Page of Cups for what they really are. Now, the next two cards are the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. They're both really beautiful cards. And whatever this opportunity is that's coming in, it's really going to change your mindset. Because the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is very self-assured. It's almost as though this is a learning experience for you. And I can't see anywhere that you should get back together with this person. Because the Queen of Pentacles is you having really good health, emotional wealth, and that it's going to bring about a new focus for you. It's going to be a focus on you. We've got three queens here. This is about you looking after yourself, and the Queen of Cups is also about you finding happiness in yourself rather than trying to find it and achieve it through being with somebody else. They're really beautiful cards, and it really shows that the Tower is doing something really good for you, because this Page of Cups is just not, I just feel as though it's somebody that's never going to settle down and commit. The last card is the Nine of Cups. I want to clarify the Nine of Cups actually, because the card in this deck always makes me feel as though he just can't be trusted. Let's clarify the Nine of Cups, please. Okay, so they fell on the floor. Let's have a look what we got. Okay, so the Nine of Cups has been clarified by the Seven of Cups. I think you will be tempted to still get back together with this person. I think this person is going to turn up and they're going to say, you know, oh, I've got this, I've done this for you, I'm promising you all this. The universe is telling you that the Seven of Cups shows that you have options. Yes, he is one of the options, or she is one of the options. I'm just talking around the character that's on the specific card. But you have lots of options here. Now, some of them aren't so good. I don't think this person, this Nine of Cups, is the one that you should be going for. And the universe has clarified the Nine of Cups by saying that the Seven of Cups shows that you have lots of other options. This is maybe what this Ace of Swords opportunity is, that you will start to see once you start seeing your own self-worth and your own self-love and the truth in all situations. You're going to have lots of other opportunities, Scorpio. So just be careful, because this person is going to want to come back into your life, but they're still not going to give you what you want. So don't forget that you have lots of options. Just be careful, because some of these are good, some of these aren't so good. So trust your intuition, trust how you feel, the truths, you know, the emotions that you feel around people and situations. And yeah, just be careful. Trust yourself, nobody else. Scorpio, no contact, separated. I hope that's been useful for you. That's maybe given you some clarity. We shall now go on and do the last reading, which is for people who are in a committed relationship. So let's have a look. Let's do another shuffle. So again, I should just say, if I haven't said it before, I only take cards that jump out at me, and I tend not to read reverses. Just going to give these one more shuffle, and then we will see as to what the universe wants to bring for those of you who are already in a relationship. Oops. Cards for those Scorpios who are in a relationship. Now I'm going to pick those up because they just all fell out. Okay. So, the underlying energy that we have is the Five of Pentacles. Then we have the Justice card. Well, interesting, because the singles, the underlying energy for the singles reading for Scorpio was the Justice card. The Wheel of Fortune, these are both major arcana cards. Oh goodness, the Empress, another major arcana card. The Knight of Pentacles and the Sun. Wow. That's a pretty beautiful reading. Now, the underlying energy is interesting because the Five of Pentacles is you potentially feeling as though you've been left out in the cold a little bit, or there just is a bit of teamwork lacking. This is, or maybe your partner is feeling as though they need a little bit more support than usual. This could work both ways. If you're a cross-watcher, then obviously, you know, perhaps this is saying that to you that your Scorpio partner is in need of some extra support and some appreciation as well. Maybe you're both just working too hard at the moment and you need to work together to bring about, I think it just needs to be a bit of mutual love and respect again. One of you just needs a little bit extra from the other at the moment. There's something that they're going through which they need your help with. Now, generally, the rest of the reading is incredible. These are all major arcana cards except the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. So generally, this is showing that you are in a beautiful, stable, happy relationship. There's maybe just minor arcana cards are more temporary situations and feelings. So this is something temporary that's going on at the moment, this Five of Pentacles. So whenever you listen to this, just go and ask your partner as to whether everything's all right and whether you can do something for them. Maybe there's something that they're not telling you that they just need. You know, it might just be nagging away at them that they just need a little bit extra from you. The Justice card is with the Wheel of Fortune. This is number 11 and number 10. And justice is about, I feel as though you're both coming into a time when your hard work is paying off. I think that maybe you're seeing this respect in each other. We are just coming out from Mercury and Venus being in retrograde, and that may have been why we have this Five of Pentacles card here. The energy is still around us, and I feel as though there is this justification, this realization that maybe whatever has been causing this Five of Pentacles, where you or your other half have needed a bit more support, the Wheel of Fortune is all about change, and justice is bringing about this change for the better for you. The Empress, whoever sees themselves as the more feminine person in the relationship. Now, this can be by star sign. Star signs typically are either more masculine or feminine. As a person, you might be more masculine and feminine. I see myself as a female, as a woman, but I have very masculine traits as well. So whoever this is that identifies as sort of perhaps the more feminine, nurturing person in your relationship is really thriving at the moment. And one of you, the more masculine person in your relationship, I feel as though the Empress is showing that there's something that they want to be getting on with. And the Knight of Pentacles, the other person in the relationship, is just sort of stalling a bit. Maybe this is back to the Five of Pentacles, where there is this happiness, you're coming out of this more difficult time and things are changing. But I think until this Knight of Pentacles sort of has a bit of a kick up the rear end to push themselves forwards, which is what the Empress is wanting to do. You know, the Empress is sat there looking at the Knight of Pentacles, who's got his back to her, saying, look, come on, you know, I'm packed, I've done all my homework, I've got, you know, the taxi booked for whatever it is that you're planning on doing. You are still sat there doing nothing, on your big hair. Come on, sort yourself out. So there's maybe a bit of denial here from the Knight of Pentacles in the relationship, that there are things that could be making this Wheel of Fortune turn for the better. But maybe the Five of Pentacles, this extra support, this feeling as though you're a little bit unsure, left out in the cold, is the thing that's holding you back. Now, the last card is the Sun, and that's beautiful. Once this Knight of Pentacles gets their finger out and they're acting gear, whatever that phrase is, the Sun's the happiest card in the deck. So there's just this little bit of something going on in the background, Scorpio, where one of you needs some help, a bit of extra support, or is just not saying something that it should be to you. And then once that's out in the open, stop procrastinating, Knight of Pentacles, and you will have the Sun between you. A really beautiful reading. So Scorpio, I hope this has resonated. Please leave me a comment if it has. I would love it if you would like and subscribe too. And enjoy what is left of April. I will also be doing a general Scorpio reading if you're not into love readings. And I will see you again really soon, Scorpio. Take care. Bye.